Deku, where you at? Deku! Stop being such a crybaby and let me record you, little bitch. So in this episode, we're gonna be taking a look at my very first Figma. Now, as you guys saw in my previous unboxing video, of course, I did get Deku, but then I also picked up Bakugo at the same time. But I decided to do Deku first and just give him seniority since he is an older figure than Bakugo. Before we get into the figure, we're gonna have Deku chilling back here with his other Deku buddies. But we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the box. As you can see the box right here, it has Figma. It's number 323 in the series. Midoriya Izuku from My Hero Academia logo. You got the face sculpts right there. A little part that connects to his neck. That's part of his costume. And of course the figure is right here, but it goes in here. And then we got the side of the box, the back of the box right there, the other side, taking a look at the top of the box, and then the bottom. When you open the box, that is what you see in the flaps right there, and that looks like it can be a little cut out. So I guess if you have a diorama or something that you're gonna make, you know, of Deku or My Hero Academia Figmas, maybe you can use that cutout for some reason. If you guys, you know, this is, like I said, my first Figma, but if y'all have Figmas and y'all use this for something, please let me know down in the comment section. I'd love to know. We got the Figma logo, Max Factory, and Masaki Apsi, and Action Figure Series. So, alright, let's go ahead and open it up. In the inside of the box, we also do have, if you guys can see, a cutout. It says right there Figma, and you see the outline that you can cut out. So I think you can use that for display purposes as well, but I'm not going to be using it for the purpose of this video since I mostly want to focus on the actual figure of Deku. Cool, so let's talk about what we get, starting with the face sculpts over here. So you can see this one is his scared face, or his almost crybaby face. They should have put a crybaby face. Also have his normal looking face. We also do get this face, which is probably one of my favorite ones, and is his battle ready look right there. So you know he's ready to get to fighting. This part right here, that is part of Deku's costume, which we're actually gonna go ahead and put right now. So let's go ahead and figure out together, you guys, how to remove the head. It should just slip out. So, oh, by the way, watch out for that hair. That thing is pointy, and yeah, his hair is definitely spiky. You can feel it. It is pretty simple. You just put it on top right there. One thing to watch out for: Deku's hair. Oh my god, look at that, you guys. I'm not even kidding. I don't know, maybe there's an easier way to put his head on and off, but there is Deku, you guys, in his pretty much his season 1 costume, right? Because afterwards, of course, you can see in the pots back here and in the Kotobukiya statue, he does get a few upgrades. But we're not looking at those, we're looking at this one. So let's talk about some of the other stuff also that comes in the pack. So here we of course have these stand, yep, and the different hand pieces. And I love how Figma puts the hand pieces, you know, you have this little rack over here that holds the hand pieces, so that is so cool, and that is very much appreciated. I'm definitely going to be using that. Then we have an extra part here. Also, we have an extra little joint. This little flap right here of plastic, and I didn't know what it was, so I came over here to the instructions, and I believe that these little things are the gel sticks. Sorry, the gel stickers. I really don't know what these are for, you guys. Let me know down in the comment section what you would use these for. And the last item is the little Ziploc bag, so you can, I don't know, put some potato chips in there. So now let's talk about the actual figure, and I gotta say, goodsmile / Max Factory did an amazing job with this figure. Overall, it looks like Deku. You can really see Deku, like from his face. I think they did a great job capturing the character of Deku with the face sculpts, you know, that come with the figure. Every single one of them, I think, represent Deku very, very well. You can see the other two right there, and yeah, good job on that. The hair color, I think it's pretty good. You know, most times when it comes to Deku, as you can see, this one has like a different shading. It's black mostly on the edges, like around the bottom of his hair, you know, and then the top of his hair, you can see it's a forest type of green. While, you know, you have other Deku figures like these guys over here, it's mostly green hair. The Kotobukiya, you see the Koto has a constant hair color. It doesn't fade as much as the Deku over here, but this Figma, it looks great. It really does, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, moving on, you know, this is a smaller type of action figure. You know, if I compare this to the Ace that I have, which I am gonna bring him out towards the end of the video though, you can see a definite size comparison. But let's keep talking about the Deku and not change the subject. So real quick, the front right there looks pretty darn good as well. And I guess we can talk about articulation as we go as well. With the head, you can see he can turn his head left to right, and then he does have a little bit of a pivot there in his head, so you can turn it a little bit down. Now, I don't think this part of his mask or his costume bothers him moving his head a lot, so it should be fine if you do decide to keep that on. You got a joint right there, and then that helps Deku move his hand. And yeah, and then we have his actual hand over here, and yeah, we got a little bit of a swivel there. There is also an elbow swivel, so that is a good thing. And of course, we have the same thing with his right arm. And if we move on to his torso, as you can see, he does have a little bit of crunch right there, and it's good, you know, for the size of the action figure. I think that you're still gonna get some great poses with this Deku. There doesn't seem to be much of a waist swivel right there, but you can move Deku from the waist, you know, just about a little bit, not too much though. And finally, if we move down to Deku's legs, they split about that much right there, and they go high about that much right there, so you won't be able to get the best of kicks with Deku, but it's about enough, I think, with what you can do. We do have a knee joint right there. Then moving down to his feet, we do have a little bit of an ankle pivot, and then we do have a toe hinge as well. Same thing with the left leg, you guys. And yeah, overall pretty good. Now this one, I did have trouble when I first took the figure out of the box moving this little toe hinge, but then, you know, it just kind of just fell into place. Now, one thing I did want to show you guys is watch out for the stand and trying to put the peg on Deku's back, because as you can see, I already got a little bit of paint wash right there. Let me see if I can focus that. So yeah, that gives you a little bit of a look right there, you guys. And yeah, it sucks. I don't care though. I mean, this is my figure. I'm gonna play around with it, you know, I'm gonna do whatever I want with it. So that's not really a big deal for me, but I am letting you guys know, definitely watch out for that peg that comes with the stand. Let's try to put some different hands on real quick, just so you guys can see how the hands are removed. So let's remove these two that he has on right now. So as you can see, these little pegs, by the way, they are very thin. So I don't know, this is, like I said, my first Figma, so I don't know if people have maybe had these broken in the past, but yeah, just be careful because it is a little thin. And there we have the other one as well. Okay, and I actually didn't notice this, but on this other one, I removed the entire peg. I gotta have that in the other hand over here, so give me 1 second while I put that back on. Something that's interesting to note is these hands actually have holes in them, and I guess you can just put something that you would like to put on these hands. I don't know exactly what you would put, but any ideas? Just comment below. So we're gonna go ahead and try out these two, and I definitely want to try out this finger pistol hand over here. This is Deku's right hand, and to put it on shouldn't be too difficult right there. Just kind of just squeeze it in there, you guys, and it should, yep, fall right in. Not too difficult. So I do want to say this stand definitely does help you with posing. You know, it definitely helps you pose this Deku much better. Just watch out for that peg, like I said, you guys, because I had a little trouble just trying to squeeze it in. You know, there was a couple paint washes that I, you know, did to the figure when I was trying to put that peg inside. But yeah, just watch out for that. So now let's do a couple poses, and then we'll come back and do our final thoughts on this Figma of Deku. Let's hit it. So my overall thoughts about this Deku Figma is, I like it. I give it 2 big thumbs up, and I recommend, if you are a My Hero Academia fan, to definitely get this Deku Figma. Now, he is my favorite. If out of, you know, him and Bakugo, I definitely do prefer Deku. So I did take Bakugo out of the box already because I just wanted to, you know, get to know the figures that I got a little bit better. But yeah, I do have a few negative things, you know, that I don't really like about this Bakugo Figma. But we are gonna talk about that in the review for the Bakugo, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. But here's a bit of a size comparison. As you can see, Bakugo is a little bit taller than Deku. Now, if we were to put the variable action heroes of Ace, he would just completely tower over Deku and Bakugo as well. So as you can see right there, yep, you cannot compare the sizes on these. So let me know what you guys think. Also, if you do have this Figma of Deku, let me know down in the comment sections. Well, what do you think about it, of course? But everything down in the comment sections. Let us know, you guys, what you thought about this figure, and if you don't have it, if maybe you want to pick it up. Make sure you stay tuned for our next action figure review as well. Now, this was the very first Figma one, so for when we review other Figmas, it won't be from the My Very First Action Figure series. It'll just be a review of that specific Figma. That's enough blabbering from me. I'll leave you guys with that one. Make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more reviews like this. And if you haven't already, make sure that you drop a like. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, Nakamas. Bye.